Hey guys, welcome to week 5 of distance learning. This week we're reviewing multiple representation, so it's standard 7.7a to represent linear relationships using verbal descriptions, tables, graphs, and equations that simplify to the form y equals mx plus b. First, you're going to watch the video that Mrs. Brown is currently recording. And remember that you can find everything about this unit in your interactive notebook notes. They're linked to Google Classroom, and I've linked them on this slide. You might want to spend a few minutes reviewing your notes over this topic because jogging your memory is always a good idea. And also because if I remember correctly, this is one of the ones that we struggled with when we were learning about it in class. So it's definitely good that we're reviewing, but we want to spend some time looking over our notes, okay? All right, let's go, if my computer will let me. There it goes. Okay, so this is a suggested agenda for the week. Remember that it doesn't mean that you have to follow it this way. This is just what I would do if I was going and trying to work on Google Classroom every day. So again, this week is all multiple representations. On Monday, you can watch your review video, and then you can go over your notes on multiple representations. We shortened the activities for this week, so really you should have like maybe 30 minutes that you're spending on your mathematics assignments every week, or not every week, every day this week. On Tuesday, you could watch the multiple reps video that Mrs. Sanders did. It's very short, just to jog your memory again. And then Wednesday is the Four Corners activity. I'll show you that in a little bit. Thursday would be the Google Form exit ticket, and on Friday you could work on some optional enrichment activities. And then remember, everything is due by Friday at 4 p.m. and we have video chats on Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and I will talk to you about those in a second. All right, so this is another cheat sheet just to jog your memory about multiple representations. Then this is the order that you will use when following the activities for the week, just like I just talked to you about in the agenda, but I want you to go in order. We designed it so that you would follow this order when we were planning it for you guys, okay? All right, so the optional activities for the week are the Imagine Math Pathway, and I need to change my slide. It will not be the distance learning for equations. It will be distance learning for multiple representations. But then there's also some additional multiple representations Google Slides for extra practice. A bee just flew by me. Sorry. There is some Google Slides for extra practice, optional extra practice, okay? And then remember that we have Google Chats on Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, and here's the links. This week we're going to do something a little bit different with our Google Chats. On Monday we'll do the quizzes over linear relationships, so you can log in and we'll do that assignment. And then we'll do questions about the work and maybe a little home scavenger hunt activity that will be just for fun. Wednesday we'll do a Kahoot challenge over linear relationships, questions about work, and then some pop trivia just for fun because we are in week 5 of this distance learning thing, and I want us to still be able to see each other's faces and have a good time, okay? Let's go over the activities for the week. Let me get out of this. Okay, so like I mentioned before, your interactive notebook notes are linked, okay? This is the multiple representations Four Corners activity. Sorry, I could not get the words out. I also included in these slides a cheat sheet. Here is your recording sheet, or you can do this on a piece of paper. Fold your paper into 3 columns. Which representation is incorrect? What needs to be fixed? What's the constant of proportionality? So if you need some reminders about what the constant of proportionality is, you need to go back and look at your notes and also pay attention to that video from Mrs. Sanders, okay? Let's look at slide number 1. Or card number 1 on slide number 4. Okay, so on card number 1, we have a description, an equation, a graph, and a table. And your objective for this activity is to determine the one that is not correct. So 3 of them will match, 1 of them will not. Okay? You will tell me which part of it, the description, the equation, the graph, or the table, is incorrect, and then you will tell me if you how you would correct it. And then if there is a constant of proportionality, you're going to write that. Remember, in order for it to have a constant or proportionality, it has to be a proportional relationship, which means that it has to pass through the origin. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, let's look at the next one. There's a multiple reps exit ticket. This is 5 questions long. So after you've watched the video and you've done the practice activity, you would come and you would do the multiple reps exit ticket, and you would submit that to me. And then finally, this is going to be under the optional activity. So we have the Imagine Math pathway, and then we also have the extra practice for multiple reps. You would make a copy of this presentation so that you can either share it with me or link it to your Google Classroom, but you need to make sure that you're making a copy. And you're going to analyze 2 different situations. They'll ask you some questions about it. You can use the word bank in order to answer the questions. And then just like we did last week when we were matching our equations and inequalities, this time we are matching a table to our equation. So this is again optional extra practice, but I will look at it if you would like for me to look at it and just tell you if you are on the right track, okay? So again, video chats Mondays and Wednesdays. If you have questions, you know you can always email me or send me a private message on Google Classroom. And I hope to see you guys soon. Let me know if you need anything this week, okay? Bye.